What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of Cub Reacts on a Friday morning as we look through the brand new releases that are currently out there. Excited to get into this one, brand new from Peruzzi, who's put out a new 2-track EP. This one is Hypertension. There's also a track on there called Things I Need, which we'll be reacting to tomorrow. We are going to get into this one today, though. First of all, I absolutely love the album art on this work, just the way it's been kind of shot, the color grading on it and stuff looks fantastic. I'm excited to hear this as a tune, though. For me, Peruzzi is one of the most underrated names out there. I don't know why he doesn't necessarily get the kind of appreciation that he should do, but there's no doubt in my mind that he is one of the best, in my honest opinion. So there we go. As always, friends, if you're new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And without further ado, we're going to jump right into the sounds of this one. Let's go. Loving the drum rhythms on this from the jump. There is so much going on in that low end. You've got rolling percussion, you've got bouncing kick drums, you've got little kind of 808 style bass stabs in there as well. You've also got this really nice kind of swirling sense of vocals going on in the higher end as well, literally just whooshing around and giving it, again, this hypnotic sense. It's almost like you're being dragged into a whirlpool as you're listening. I'm really excited to see what Peruzzi does vocally on this one, because we know this is an area he absolutely does excel in. Crazy start, let's go.
I see this signboard. We say want it, cause your body dangerous. For me, I know they hear what I dey hear till morning, and that's some period. If not style, you got style. If not moves, you got moves for this.
That overlap of vocals is so pleasing sonically, man. Again, those big kind of big room choral vocals are really the sort of thing that are in right now. And you can hear how well they can work when they're on a tune like this. There's a lot of space in this as an instrumental. It's primarily focused on the kind of punch of those drums and the overall kind of atmosphere that comes with it. There's a lot of space in there. So filling that mid-range up with vocals, especially kind of background vocals, like choral kind of sound, is a really clever way of doing it. This sounds great so far, man. Peruzzi on absolute fire, just really creative in its arrangement style. Love it.
You get something for them. This the way you carry for section, don't cause hypertension. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. He gave me where you carry for section, he don't cause hypertension. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I love that dip into the choral, because the choral is almost working as a kind of call and respond, again giving an extra kind of breath of life to the tune. Peruzzi's killing this vocally, man. Again, the actual arrangement is so enjoyable. That kind of bounce that's constantly rolling, the shaker tonality in there as well, giving it this sense of movement, this sense of freedom in its rhythm. This is very refreshing. It's got a really refreshing feel to it. It sounds new, it sounds kind of very well polished, but also has those kind of nostalgic influences in there with the choral backdrop. Really, really interesting.
It's the way you carry for selection, don't cause hypertension. Carry for selection,
Bringing those log drums in there as well. They're not even log drums, they're just very cut. There's almost like bass notation going on underneath snare hits. It just reminds me of quite an Ammo influence thing. But again, this is what Peruzzi's so good at, man. He's good at finding this middle ground. Ready, which we reacted to earlier on in the year, that for me is such like a cool place between Afrobeats and dancehall. This is in between Afrobeats, kind of Fuji in there. There's also obviously the sort of sounds of Amma that we would naturally associate with Amma at this point, but those snare hits with the sort of bass 808s going on underneath, just giving it that kind of almost distorted pressure. It just adds such an intensity to it. This is such a cool collection of influences going on, man. Really nice. I love how I'm mix all the percussion in.
When people got see this your body, this your body.
Even those little guitar kind of twangs in the backdrop, just that kind of almost Hawaiian sounding twang, just going on in the background, just giving it again this sense of unpredictability. The percussion is what is making this one super interesting. It took a couple of minutes for me to kind of clock that, but when you hear just those like randomized drum rolls, those randomized sort of snare rolls, just the randomized percussive rolls in general, they're what give this one energy. You've got Peruzzi doing what Peruzzi does, which is being an 8 out of 10 every single time. One of the most consistent out there. Again, earlier I said I think he's one of the most underrated, almost potentially because he is so consistent. That's kind of how it feels. But then you add his vocal to that choral backdrop, to that percussive underlay, and you end up with this beautiful kind of middle ground. Wicked, wicked tune, man.
It's not style, you got style. It's not moves, you got moves for this. So the other guys, them hoping, oh yeah, you get something for them. This thing where you carry for selection, don't cause hypertension.
Even bringing that little string line in, just bringing an extra lease of life to the tune. This is a tune that it feels like it's had about 6 or 7 different births. It feels like it started in 6 or 7 different places, or at least it's had 6 or 7 different kind of scenes or acts, or it just feels like it's constantly evolving and turning into something else, which I'm never mad at. I love the idea of progression within music, man. I love the fact that this has gone from a tune at the beginning and it's turned into something completely different. That call and respond we're hearing between the lead Peruzzi vocal and the choral backdrop sounds so clean. This is, on an arrangement level, one of my favourite things I've heard in a long time, man. I can't wait to listen to Things I Need as well, but Hypertension, this one's a banger.
Oh yeah. It's the way you carry for selection, don't cause hypertension.
Listen to how much is going on. There's so many different layers all involved in this, man. This is Peruzzi at his best. That pure level of creativity, that forward thinking, that outside the box level of creation and design. This is Peruzzi at his best, in my honest opinion. And what a tune! What a tune! There's so many things about this I enjoy. That call and respond, the choral elements, the percussion, the kind of constantly shifting sense of bass action down below as well. Sometimes it's very subtle, and then suddenly it'll rise up. The snares will get involved, and you've got this collaborative kind of smash going on in the lower ends. Crazy. We'll let this one run through to the end and then give it our final breakdown. But Peruzzi on absolute fire with this one. There we go then. The sounds of Peruzzi, Hypertension, brand new single from him as part of a 2-track EP, Things I Need, we'll be reacting to tomorrow. So do keep your eyes out on the channel for this one. However, as I said before, this is Peruzzi at its best for me. That level of creativity is outstanding. The utilization of different kind of nostalgic elements with forward-thinking, modernized production techniques is something that Peruzzi doesn't get enough credit for, and this is a great example of that in motion. Absolutely love this one. But I'm keen to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. So let me know, did you enjoy this? Is this a direction you'd like to see Peruzzi go in more? Do you prefer this or the track on the B-side? Let me know your thoughts. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page. Turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.